If you want to get leads and sales for your info, coaching, or consulting business, there are honestly only two relevant platforms that you should consider to run ads, and that is YouTube and Meta. And in this video, I'm going to show you, based on a few categories, which one could be better for your case and why. So let's get straight to it. So which one is better to sell your coaching and info? We're going to rank them, like I said, based on a few categories. That is easy, if it's easy to learn, the ad fatigue, creative effort, ideation, potential reach, targeting options, testing speed, lead quality and buyer intent, competition level, barrier to entry, and time spent watching ads. I think those are the few basic categories that you should consider, and regardless of how scaled up you are, I think those are important, and it's also easy to understand which one will be better for your case. So, category number one, easy to learn. And in this one, Meta scores the point. I believe that Meta has a lot simpler interface, and that helps, especially if you run the ads yourself. It makes it easier for you to navigate it. I think also the campaign structure is a lot more intuitive. It's more beginner friendly. Basic analytics are easier to interpret. That's also, I think, YouTube has a lot more deep and also a lot more complicated. So if you're new to ads, then it's definitely a little more complex. And also with Meta, you can start small and scale up complexity based on your case, based on your offer, and how much ads you're running. Okay, so let's go to the next category, which is ad fatigue. And in this one, YouTube scores the point. So on YouTube, ads can run for months without fatigue, versus on Meta, the ads are dying in days. I know people that have been running the same one creative for over 3 years, and they still get results, they still getting leads from it. And the fact of the matter is that with Meta, you constantly have to come up with new creatives, and the reality is that you probably don't have time to do all of this. So I think for ad fatigue reasons, YouTube is better. And that is also because your content keeps getting found through search constantly. Let's say you say real estate coaching. Not everybody wants to buy right now, right? People are going to search real estate coaching throughout the year, and essentially YouTube ads are going to fatigue less because over the year people are constantly searching. Maybe someone searches today, but the next person is going to search in 2 months. So basically that means that your ad is less fatigued because people are constantly searching and the ads are constantly showing up. And because of that, you also don't have to constantly create new variations to maintain performance. So now let's get to the next category. Right now it's tied. So when it comes to creative effort and ideation, essentially means how much creativity you have to put into your ad creatives. And in this one, the point goes to YouTube. The thing with Meta, Instagram, Facebook is that there's so much competition right now that to even be noticed, you have to really go above and beyond and do, you've probably seen all those crazy ads that do crazy shit in them just to get your attention. And yeah, that's the reality on Meta right now. So on Meta, you have to be super creative and entertaining just to get noticed. You don't need any gimmicks or tricks to hold attention on YouTube. And on YouTube, simpler content works better. Usually also, we notice that B2B, when you offer B2B, you don't have to use as much editing. You don't have to use any crazy stunts to get results. Usually the simpler the better, which means also less work on your end. And then you can also focus on valuable information instead of on entertainment, which is usually the case on Meta because, again, you have to catch people's attention. And this is not how it works for YouTube. So now let's go to the next category, which is potential reach. And here the point goes to YouTube. And that is simply because Google is the number one and YouTube is the number 2 most used search engine in the world. Okay? People actively search on these platforms, meaning better visibility when they're actually looking for solutions. Go to the next category, targeting options. And here the point goes to YouTube again. So now it's 4-1 to YouTube. So even though targeting options are extensive and similar on both platforms, I think that the ability to target based on what people search is really a game changer. And because of that, I think YouTube takes the cake in this category. Testing speed. So in this one, the point goes to Meta. So on Meta, you can test multiple angles quickly and for less money, and you can get data faster because people make quick decisions while they're scrolling versus when they're actually, in the solving problem mode, which usually happens on YouTube. Because, when people go to YouTube, they are looking for solutions to some of their problems. When they're on Instagram, they want to be entertained. So I think because of that, Meta takes the cake here, because you can essentially do testing a lot faster and get data faster. So from there, you can essentially decide, oh, this angle works, this angle doesn't work, this variation works, this doesn't. Okay, so let's go to the next category. And the next one is lead quality and buyer intent. And the point here goes to YouTube. So people go to YouTube to solve problems, not to be entertained. Because realistically, if you want to problem any of your business, how to get clients, how to run ads, how to do anything, you don't go to Instagram and you don't search there, right? You don't go to TikTok to do it. You go to YouTube. So when people go to YouTube, they have completely different intentions when it comes to content. And if they go to YouTube, they are also willing to spend a lot more time watching video comparing to, scrolling 30 seconds, boom. They're also more intentional and are actively searching for solutions, okay? So this is exactly what I was just saying. And they're ready to spend more time watching your ad.
Right.
So now let's go to the next one, competition level. So here, the point goes to YouTube. Because everybody runs ads on Meta and YouTube is still pretty untapped, which honestly is pretty crazy considering how powerful it is. Especially in the info industry, I think YouTube is underutilized, which means more opportunity for you. And because YouTube is harder and barrier of entry is higher, means less competition. So again, I think, especially in a competitive market, you really need to tap into YouTube because your competitors most likely are not there. Next category is the barrier of entry. So like I was just saying, here the point goes to Meta. Because with Meta, you can start with simple image and text ads, which is not ideal. You usually want to go with video ads. And you also have to have lower initial budget required to test. And again, the interface is more simple and also more intuitional. And that's why the barrier of entry is lower for Meta comparing to YouTube. So point here goes to YouTube. Currently, it's 3 to 6 for YouTube. Next category, time spent watching ads. And the point here goes to YouTube. So like I was saying earlier, when people go to YouTube, they have completely different intentions. They want solutions to their problems and they are willing to spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes watching one video comparing to scrolling, 15 videos in 10 seconds, right? So when they go to YouTube, they are willing to watch longer videos. They're actively engaged versus passively scrolling. And it's also easy transition to watch your YouTube organic content, because if they are already on YouTube, they see your ad, then there's a higher chance that they're going to watch your videos comparing to switching platforms from Instagram or from TikTok or Facebook to YouTube. And also, if you have a lot of good organic content, it means that you can warm up the audience and you can also build up the authority, expertise, so they know you are the go-to guy in your industry. So, drum roll. I think YouTube is better when it comes to running ads comparing to Meta. Again, I think it depends on a lot of factors. If you're doing it yourself, how much budget you have and everything. But I think if you want to sell coaching, info, consulting, any of those type of products, I think YouTube beats Meta in this case. So you should definitely consider adding it to your marketing strategy. So like I said, YouTube wins 7-3. Congratulations, YouTube. You're getting the crown. And that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you need help with implementing YouTube into your strategy or into your business, click the link in the description. If you have any questions or you want me to make videos about anything in particular, comment and I'll definitely do it for you. So again, thanks for watching. Until next time.